the Melbourne suburb of Springvale, this new civic space shows how the marriage of architecture and landscape architecture can create a connection to place for a diverse community.
Springvale is a very dense and well-populated area, but the housing types are quite humble, the land sizes are quite small, and there's been an historic shortage of public open space. So this fulfills a lot of requirements for providing open space.
So this is a bit of an empty site for a number of years. So the Greater Dandenong Council decided to invest and spend to upgrade the library, to put new community facilities here and create a really fantastic park for Springvale, so basically give a heart back to Springvale. So that came out as a national design competition. Ourselves with Wright Landscape, we went into it and had a good crack at it. And so most of the ideas here were brought forward in that competition. And in that competition, effectively what they wanted was to bring back community inclusivity into this area. So in other words, a building that's really open, everyone can use all the facilities. It's got flexible facilities, it's got library facilities, technology facilities, but really importantly, it's got this park for the kids to play and sort of big event facilities behind us as well.
What I like most is the playground for the young children to explore and be active.
This is a fabulous public space. What's it like to be here today and see people using it?
Oh, that's the most wonderful thing about it. Just seeing the community come and enjoy, this great kind of suburban experience, down here at Springvale.
Yeah, my 13-year-old boy, at the end of the school, he will come here, and then he himself and his friend will go and play basketball out there in the basketball court. It's helped them to keep them fit.
And another way was actually the site itself. And so we had this idea with Wright about a migrant path that collected both the trees, the existing trees, the river red gums, with migrant trees. There's lots of migrant trees for the site. There's some from Afghanistan, there's European trees. And so this migrant path collects all the migrant trees with their native trees. And then we peppered that with lots of community kind of aspects like playgrounds, barbecues. We always love using brick. Brick sort of connects you to sort of more community-based activity, we feel anyway, rather than asphalt or concrete. And so to have, brick sort of swathing throughout the site, I think is a really comfortable material to use. And we like the idea of it actually embracing into the building as well. So it goes under the veranda and through the interior spaces as well on the floor. So it actually flows through the building. So it's a nice connector. It's obviously got a warm feel to it. Colours you can get for brick are just fantastic in terms of giving you that sort of diversity.
Tell me about the patterning of the pathways.
Well, it comes from a giant graphic that's been superimposed over the brick, and then using a computer program, each brick is located in space, exactly where it has to go, and that's given to the contractors. In this case, it's kind of a galaxy of stars, and its origin, like a spiral galaxy, its origin is over at the water feature. So when you move around, you get a little bit of a sense that you're connected to something throughout this very diverse landscape. The colours in the brick paving are really about what's underneath the ground and trying to have a connection to the natural condition underground. And brick's fantastic for that, so obviously fired clay or pressed clay, and it gives us a sense in which the project's been made out of the ground on which it sits, and it's not foreign to what's underneath. Like concrete, it's not covered in concrete and asphalt and granite from all over the world and everything, but it's something that's come up from the earth. So it's almost like the minimum thing you can do to the earth to make it trafficable and safe.
Part of what you do is kicking back and waiting for things to grow. And that's the beauty of what you do. Let's fast forward 10, 15 years. What will this space look like?
Well, I think it'll be very different. It'll be surrounded by big trees again, as it once was, with a big open sunny space in the middle. So it'll be a little bit more like a woodland walk, and an open space at the centre. So that sort of growth's really fantastic to wait for.